the Ruby Weapon Hour with our very special guest, Steve Buscemi. It's time to play the intro. It's time to chug mustard. It's time to meet the gingers on Peach's stream tonight. It's time to pet the baby. It's time to shake the bag. It's time to order McDonald's on Peach's stream tonight. Why do you guys come here?
I guess I'll never know.
It's like a kind of torture to manage this shit show.
Shadow puzzle.
And now let's get things started. Why don't you get things started? It's time to read donations on the most sensational, incontainable, unbeatable, blind debatable. This is what we call the Ruby Weapon Stream.
What?
Why would you do that? Wow. Test 1 2, test 1 2. Hello today, and welcome to the Ruby Weapon Hour. My name is Paige. Some may call me Peach, some have other names for me. Hello. Hi. How's it going, guys? Sorry, my hair looks like shit. I'm wearing my bathrobe. Get a load of all of this. Take it all in. And it's wonderful to see you as well. I am so sorry once again. Here comes the streamly apology for the sudden, very short window of time for the announcement. Sorry about that. Yeah, I've got bedhead. Sorry. What happened was daylight savings was yesterday. My hair. Oh, thank you. My hair is looking darker. I have to dye it if I want to maintain the redness. So it looks on the camera. It looks kind of like. It doesn't look red anymore, but it looks similar to how Pat's hair looks in that it's there, but it's like the darkness. Age has overtaken me, which happens to most redheads is when you have a baby or get older, your hair changes. And mine, as soon as I had Gowron, was just like the darkness came upon me. And so, oh, it happened to you too? Yeah. It doesn't happen to everybody, but most people. So that's a bummer. But I really like being a redhead, so I'm probably just going to keep dyeing it as close to how it used to look. So does the baby know his name is actually now Gowron? He responds to Gowron. Sorry, 1 second. I'm thirsty. Nom, nom, nom. The gray is fighting to appear. I have like a streak coming in, which I'm super excited about. Pat has like that Professor Pepper, salt and pepper shit going on. It's super hot. I love watching him get older. I think he better watch out because I'm never going to leave him alone. I'm just always going to be chasing after him, after his goodies. And the older he gets, it's hotter. Hotter he gets, I don't know. Not me, though. The rounder I get, but that's fine. Because I got my man. I got my baby. I'm happy. So I can look like a big fat. I can look however I want. I can look however I damn please. No. I still want to look, presentable and be healthy and whatnot. But whew. I know this is strange, but since you're smart about skincare, I am not smart. I am studied. I am not an intelligent person, but I do like to read about it. But thank you. What do you recommend for a beginner? I want to keep my skin healthy, especially my face. The absolute most important thing you can do, regardless of gender or anything, is sunscreen. 110,000% the most important thing you can do for your skin in terms of keeping it healthy, wrinkle-free, cancer-free, is sunscreen. And I know people are like, ugh, well, I don't care about, wrinkles. That's fine. Cancer, it also, your skin will heal better if it's not constantly being blazed by the sun. Sunscreen is the true anti-aging cream for real. So the worst part about sunscreen is that you have to reapply during the day. So I actually have this here. This is called a resetting powder. This is powder that has SPF in it. So if you're feeling like greasy, if you wear makeup, if you don't wear makeup, if you're feeling greasy, you can find powders now that have a decent amount of SPF in it. Also hats and umbrellas, if you're into that. Elf has a good resetting spray. Oh, really? That has SPF in it? Nice. I love Elf. So I also do not like a lot of sunscreens on my face. I don't have it with me. They make sunscreens, especially Korean sunscreens and Japanese sunscreens. Wow, you cannot tell that there is makeup or sunscreen or anything on your face. It just melts in. There's no white cast. It's not greasy. Like, they've really improved it. You may get mistaken for the penguin. Disclaimer, you may be mistaken. Definitely needed in New Zealand. When I lived in Gooey Kiwi, by the way, great username. When I lived in Australia for a period of time, I was just smothering myself, and I still ended up with, like, I went to the hospital for, I don't think it was heat stroke, but it was something. And I had an umbrella. I covered up. It was crazy. Korean sunscreens are incredible. Check them out. They're also quite cheap. There are some Western sunscreens that are pretty good. I like, I have it right here. This is from the brand Supergoop. I actually really like this brand. They have a lot of SPF stuff that really melts into the skin. They also have some tinted moisturizers if you're into that. I think everyone should wear tinted sunscreen if they want, or at least a tinted moisturizer. I think they're awesome. Good skin benefits. Whether or not you're, the manliest man in the world, like, if you have some redness, why not? Or if you don't care, that's fine too. What about people who are gremlins, who never see the sun like me? I would still recommend minimum SPF, I think 30 is the kind of baseline. Even just a little bit, because you also get it from, like, the windows, etc. Like, it's not, even if you're in, like, a basement, like back when we had our old place, and there was, like, a really big basement level. There was still, like, a big window that would shoot in, and I would still definitely make sure I wore sunscreen. I try to get Pat to wear sunscreen. You can only do so much for that man. I at least make him wear a hat. So if nothing else, wear a hat. You'd be surprised how much good that will do you. But yeah, SPF, so I'm not the most youthful looking 28-year-old in the world. But a lot of my friends my age who are really into tanning, who did not use SPF, who didn't, they have a lot more age to their skin that they're able to, like, get fixed, and they're beautiful. They're stunning, beautiful people, and they're able to get it mitigated through facials and lasers and all these other things. But the best thing to do is prevention. And I've never been one for going in the sun. I have lupus. One of my biggest lupus flare triggers is the sun. So I make a concerted effort not to go outside. One of my favorite things I used to do is when I was like 13, 14. And one of my best friends growing up, she was this gorgeous, like, bronze goddess. To this day, she is so stunning. She's like this gorgeous Lebanese girl. She's great girl. I gotta go see her when I go back home. She would be out in the sun slathering herself with baby oil with like a reflector, and she'd be in her bikini looking ridiculously, stupidly beautiful. And I would be, like, right next to her, but in the shade, reading her, like, Sweet Valley High while she's in her shades and looking gorgeous and, like, laying out in the sun. And I'm just like her creepy, pasty, creepy goblin friend that's like, and then they did this. And that was fun. That was one of the best times of my life. Some of the best times of my life was just reading that to her while she was gorgeous and beautiful in the sunlight, and I was, like, creeping around Nosferatuing in the shadows. It was great. I loved it. It was super fun. I am not exaggerating that in any way. I can't wait to see her so we can talk about it. I love her. She's so great. I've got light sensitivity, so the sun is always trying to blind me. Oh, hold on. I missed a... I've been developing weird flaky skin around my eyes. Do you have any recommendations? Have you been using any kind of moisturizer? It could be dry skin. It could be like a mild sensitivity to something that you are using. But the first thing, so okay. Sorry, real quick. I always, if you're on a budget or if you're new to skincare, my favorite brand is CeraVe, or you can also do Cetaphil. They're quite similar, very similar in price as well. They come in giant bottles for like $20-$25, which like is incredible for the amount that you get and for how great the product is. All of the whole line. I've used the whole line before. They have a great SPF moisturizer. Their night moisturizer is one of my favorite of all time. Yeah, the night one is incredible. Honestly, you don't have to have an eye moisturizer per se. Just use a really good moisturizer. That's a great one. Cetaphil or CeraVe. Just depends on your preference. I tend to prefer CeraVe. Other people tend to prefer Cetaphil. Totally up to you. They're quite similar. I love bathrobes, right? Aren't they fun? Travel containers it's also a good idea. If you want, there is a CeraVe eye cream. It's a very thick consistency. That's really nice. It's very pricey for the amount you get though. So I would try out the moisturizer first just because it's all over, you know. Do you have any thoughts on the Kristen S products? I know that they made a gloss that got a lot of hype in the last little bit, but I have yet to try anything. Honestly, and I think I mentioned this the other day, I am back on my drugstore shampoos. So for the longest time, I was like, I'm just gonna have fucking like. By the way, the recommendations I'm giving, obviously, take what makes sense, leave behind anything I say that doesn't make sense for you, of course. But except for sunscreen, I don't care how dark your skin is. I don't care how little you go outside. Wear SPF. You will thank me later. Where was I going with that? Shit. Oh, help. I'm lost. Oh, no. Help. What was I talking about right before then? Oh, dear. Can you help me? Drugstore shampoo. Thank you. Okay. Okay. So I was like, only the high end brand. Oh, Mothman. She's talking about Nina Gould. That's Nina Gould. Nina. No, her name Nina. It's like Nina Gulina or something on Instagram, but it's Nina. It's Nina. If you look up Nina dupes, it's Nina. It's like Nina Gulina or something on Instagram. So I was like, I only the finest for my hair because like my hair took a priority for me. So I would budget a certain amount for my hair care. And I was only using like super high end bullshit that I thought, oh, it's good for my hair. My hair looked like shit for the last few years and I couldn't figure out why. The shine was gone. It felt like straw. I was confused. Turns out that my kind of hair needs, or at least thrives on fucking silicones. Because I was like, oh, no sulfates, no silicones on my hair. My hair needs it. So obviously, okay, right now my hair looks like dog shit. It needs to be washed. I barely brushed it. Do not look at me right now. But normally, my hair has gotten really shiny and a lot softer and just feels healthier. I like the scent that I'm using now. Pantene, the Pantene volume with the Garnier hair filler. Holy shit. The Garnier hair filler is so fucking unbelievable. I couldn't believe, like my ends are fucking crispy. I need a haircut so bad. Could not believe how soft, how luxurious my hair felt for like a fraction of what I've been paying. I was so mad at myself and embarrassed. And like Pantene, like I had volume again. Like I had like oomph to my hair. The skeleton is okay. He's doing well. He's relaxing. He's having a good day. We feed him and we brush him every day. But yeah, so right now I'm using the Pantene Volume 1. It's huge for like $10. I was like, hell yeah. It's clear. And that's good for me because I have a greasier scalp. I have very fine my hair. So by fine hair, that means you have a very thin shaft, ladies, of your hair. And I have very porous hair, so it needs to soak up a lot of moisture. So I need volume up top, but I need moisture on the bottom. So I'm using Pantene Volume. It's the clear one. And then the Garnier, it's called Hair Filler, and it's the green one. And they come in different ones. Right now I'm using the strengthening, but they're all great. Unbelievable. So if you have hair like me, I think it's called like 1A hair, which is like stick straight hair. Unbelievable. I'm so impressed. Again, do not look at this. This is like several days of like putting it up, putting it down, putting it up, putting it down, working out, being nasty. And I didn't have time to shower or look halfway decent for you guys. Sorry. Because I made the boys, well, oh my God. So I'm so mad at myself. So I haven't gotten an oven yet. Our oven at the house was on the fritz and it no longer works. The stovetop is fine. But the oven, so I have to replace the oven, and it's just like, oh, it's thousands of dollars, and it's like a big commitment. And I finally figured out the one I want, and it's gonna take like months to come in. So I'm gonna get one that's kind of similar, but it's a whole thing. Anyway, we're using the oven over here, so Pat has to like walk across the yard, or I do, or whomever. And yeah, it's a very popular oven for some reason. It's a very good oven, but I'm not gonna wait that long. I hate glass top ovens too, to be honest. I have to because, I have my son. I want to cook with gas. I've been using electric. I fucking hate it. I want a gas oven, or sorry, a gas stovetop. But everything I've read is like, oh, it increases the likelihood of childhood asthma. I don't want to do that to my son, just in case. But I love cooking on them. But it's just like, and there's like things like that I was learning, and I was like, nah. And then someone recommended, well, maybe propane. You can, but then it's the same thing. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get induction, which I hear is great. It heats up super fast, but you can put your hand on top of it and it's cold because it only heats up, uses magnets, which heats up the pan only and what's in the pan, but not your hand. So like Gowron can go and he can touch the oven, and technically he'll be fine. Although I'm going to teach him it's super hot anyway. Obviously. Steve-O, hello, darling, says, love you and Pat. The other day on Pat's stream, you said Boose's breath smelled terrible. Not sponsored. Pet Lab Co. has this powder you sprinkle in his food. My wife and I have a Chorky who has gross breath. Been using it for 6 months. 6 months, once a day. Her breath is so much better. Really? Let me write that down. Yeah, so Boose has, he had, when we got him, right before we adopted him, they got him a bunch of dental work, and he had a bunch of teeth removed, and now he has good teeth, but the breath is just, it's not what I would, I want to kiss him on his little face. I'm just like, ugh. So hold on. Dog breath, Pet Lab Co. Thank you very much for recommending that to me. Do you have an outside kitchen that you use for family and guests that you like? Do you mean like, I've heard really good things about the Blackstone. I've asked Pat once the rainy season ends, I want to get either a Blackstone or a grill for outside. There used to be one here, and I remember asking the people who were selling the house, I'm like, can we have that? But no. Actually, so I'm still in contact with the sellers. I need to write them back. I asked a question and they wrote me back so quick I haven't responded yet. But no, I haven't used one yet, but I hear wonderful things about the Blackstone. I hear that's really fun and really easy to take care of. Also, the thing about induction is if you have a pacemaker, you can't go near it. So do you and Pat like to host guests and cook for people? So I love to. We're actually having guests pretty soon, in the next month or so, and I'm so excited. I love having people here. It's been a bit because like me and Pat tend to go to places and not have people here. Yeah, so induction they recommend you not to have, if you have a pacemaker, not to go near an induction oven because it could affect your pacemaker. I think because of the magnets. I have no idea. That's just what I've heard. But yeah, no, I love hosting guests. I love it, love it, love it. I always get really nervous though because I notice everything in my house and I always want it to smell like so good and I need it to look a certain way and I'm like, oh, and so I always get a little nervous. Does Pat like hosting guests? If he likes the guests, absolutely, yeah. No, Pat actually hates going places. He loves having guests. He loves having people over. We had someone over the other night, friend of mine, and her husband is so funny. He came to like pick her up because she doesn't really drive and like it's just so funny. Like just come in, but he's like really introverted. He comes in sometimes, but he's but like I remember I've pulled up before and I've seen him like outside the house while because I went to go pick up something and I'm like, come in, and he's like all right. He likes us very much, but he's just one of those people. What do you mean go over to the Boivins? You're here. You are company. I actually, when Pat and I talk about doing stuff, I'm like, hey, are you having company over? Because this is we call it company. Or I do. But yeah, no, Pat loves having people over. He much prefers it to going places. Like when we went to Montreal, he was not having it. He's very much like, these people need to come to us. Come to us. We will wine and dine you. We have guest rooms for you, etc. Yeah, no, Pat's, Pat's a great host. Oh, Kid Fashionable, resub for 59 months. Thank you. Hey, Paige, I got an embroidery commission of Kim Kitsuragi recently, and it reminded me of your Disco Elysium streams. Great times. Hope you're having a great day. Thank you so much. That is so cool. What do you mean? Isn't that just Montreal? Oh, just going there? Yeah, going there is like, but that's how we feel about it. No, Pat will wine and dine. Oh my gosh, Pat and I. Oh my gosh, we can't wait to wine and dine. Absolutely. So Pat and I do like road trips, though. We do like road trips. But like Pat doesn't like staying overnight in like other people's homes and stuff like that. Kind of, it not in like it's not them, it's him. But really, it is, But I like having guests over. I'm always very nervous. I want to make sure everyone's having a good time. And do you have everything you need? And blah, blah, blah. Am I hallucinating? I swear you started New Vegas before. Oh, I have been playing New Vegas. Oh no. It's my first time through the game, but it's not my first time like ever playing it today. Do you know what I mean? If you've used, sorry. I should probably make that clear in the title. If you've used your pans with gas, some cheaper ones with layers can have their layers microscopically separate that can cause buzzing. Yes, I've heard that. In fact, I need to get new pans. I bought some cheap ones and they've been like whatever, like, and they're like 3 years old. I'm like, nah. So I might get some better ones once I get that fucking oven in here. Excuse me. I hear good things about Hexclad, and they are endorsed by what's his name, who I love, Gordon Ramsay, which is cool. Nothing made me hate cheap pans like my first good pan. Yeah, dude, Le Creuset is incredible. So they're very expensive, but you can find some at like a HomeSense, a Winners, or like a TJ Maxx, those kinds of stores. You can get them for a fraction of the price. You can also find them occasionally at thrift stores. They will last forever. They're heirlooms. Like you purchase them. That's why they're so expensive. I mean, they're also great. They heads up, they're not necessarily made in France anymore. I thought they were also made in like Spain. as well. See, it doesn't bother me about where they're made as long as they are still made up to snuff. I don't really care. There's another brand that's very similar called Staub, I think, Staub, that's also you can occasionally find in TJ Maxx, etc. And that I watch a lot of these compare and contrast videos where they try out different pans and like, is Le Creuset and Staub, are they really worth it, etc. And they're like, unfortunately, they are incredibly worth the price. And it's like, nah. Especially that Dutch oven. Incredible. Unreal. I believe some are made in Taiwan and other Southeast Asian countries. Not that they're not quality, but not Europe made anymore. I see. I did not know that. For me, it's like, as long as the piece is quality and like nothing has gone downhill in that regard, I'm for me. But that is important to know. Some people care a lot about that, especially with like designer bags. People get really kind of crazy about like where their Louis Vuitton bag was made. Was it made in France? It needs to be made in France or Spain or whatever. I don't know. I'm so lame. I've mentioned this before. One of my like hobbies is like in the background. I love to learn about designer purses. I love knowing about designer purses. I have like 2 of my own, one of which was a gift. But I just love learning about them. I think that whole world is really fascinating. I hate the people who still only want blood diamonds. Do you mean like mined diamonds or specifically like blood diamonds? Because blood diamonds, like ones that are like, that's hard to find now, which is good. I hope nobody wants those. That's, it's not good. It's not good to, Mined diamonds are 99% blood. That is not true. Diamonds mined in Canada, they give you like a number and then there's like a Kelly law or Kelly, and you can actually find where it was mined and whether or not the people working there are paid fairly, if the conditions are safe, etc. I can't feel good wearing anything that isn't directly related to human suffering. Sorry. What? That's so passive aggressive. I also don't like those things. I don't think most people do. But luckily it is not. I know. I'm just being an asshole. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. I'm being a bitch. You're fine. No. But luckily it is not so easy to find diamonds like that. And if you're like, hey, I'm really hell bent on getting a mined diamond for whatever reason, you have a connection to the earth or whatever you want, you can absolutely make sure that you are not getting anything like that. You can also purchase, I love learning about gems and stuff. You can also purchase some vintage diamonds, knowing that you are giving your money to a small business, etc. There's a lot of places like that. Also, lab diamonds are wonderful. I have a couple pieces that are lab diamonds. It is literally impossible to tell without a microscope, and even with the microscope, you can't tell based on the composition of the diamond. You can only tell because legally they have to inscribe a specific code that tells you, hey, this is a man-made diamond, versus the inscription that says, hey, this is not one. But all diamonds have a very tiny little code on it that is only for that diamond, but it will also tell you how that diamond came to be. So I think that's super cool. My engagement ring is a mined diamond. My travel ring is a lab diamond. They are virtually indistinguishable. I also have a couple pieces like you can't tell them apart. It's incredible. So if you are interested, lab diamonds are super cool. You can also, and this is very beautiful. So Zangief was cremated. And if you want, be it a pet or like a person or whatever, you can take the ashes and mail them or give them to or hand them over to a company, and they can create a diamond out of your loved one. And so we are very heavily considering still doing that for Zangief. And you can even, what the cool thing about lab diamonds, especially one like that, you can be like, hey, I want a red diamond. Or you can be like, I want, you know, you can ask for like a color or whatnot. Isn't that really beautiful? I think that's really lovely. And I think we will do that. It's just been a whirlwind. Not even a Zangief zirconium, a true Zangief diamond, a diamond dog. A friend had that done with her cat when she passed. She got part of her ashes as part of a ring now. Isn't that lovely? Yeah, it's super. I think it's just really cool. And you can like specify like what you want with that. You can also lab rubies and sapphires, etc. Oh, I know, Ecto. I'm just chatting. You're fine. But yeah, no, I think lab created gems are cool. I think they're great. I could talk all day about gemstones. I think they're so fun. If you are ever considering I've done streams on this, but I love talking about it. If you are ever considering an investment piece for your loved one, perhaps even an engagement ring, let me know. I can help you. I love helping people with that. That is something that I'm very passionate about, because I worry, because sometimes, like, I love opals. I think opals are cool, but I've seen like flame opals. Yeah, love opals, right? Some people are like, I want an opal engagement ring, and it's like, oh goodness, be so careful, because those are very, very weak, and they crack or split so fast. Those are the kind of rings you would want like as a cocktail ring. So they're great rings, and they're really lovely. I think they're best for like a necklace, something that's not going to be in contact with something all the time, or an earring. I printed out an English Bulldog Mini. I want to paint him like Zangief, but I'm afraid I won't get it right. Honestly, with Zangief, he looked like if a Doberman were kind of a more brown than black, and then just a bulldog. Like, he had that coloring, and honestly, yeah, just dark brown and tan, you'll get him. And maybe if you can add like a surprise, like, huh? You know, miss him. I did not yet see The Righteous Gemstones yet. It is the year of Walton Goggins, guys. Sorry, I'm starting to tear up. I miss Zangief. We talked about him today. Do you have any dinner recipes? What kind? I have numerous ones. I'll tell you this. Last night I made I don't know. I guess maybe I don't think it's parasocial in a bad way to miss seeing like a dog that when we got him, like, he was very much part of our show. You know, he was, and it sucks that he can't be here anymore. I inherited my mom's engagement ring, but the original diamond fell off. Oh dear. So I replaced it with a lab opal. It's mad gorgeous. That's lovely. Yeah, he was family. For dinner, what I made yesterday was I just took some chicken thighs, which they're not as calorically light as, say, a breast, but I think they're juicier, more flavorful. I just bought like, I think six, or a pack of like 6 or 7 or 8. And I marinated them for like only like 30 minutes in like lemon juice, fresh parsley, fresh thyme, and a little bit of olive oil, salt. Lemon juice, parsley, thyme, olive oil, and salt. Let that hang out for a little bit. And then I made a quick salad, which was olive oil, ground mustard, a little bit of maple syrup, some salt. And then I, stirred that up, made a little salad, put some blue cheese on there. And then I just sauteed I put the chicken in the pan. And that's what we had. So that's, I just kind of stirred that up. It was like a quick 20-minute. Well, I mean, I very briefly like sprinkled some shit on the chicken, and then I went about my day, heated up the pan, boop. So it was like really a 20-minute meal, which is great. I vastly prefer boneless chicken thighs when I cook. I hate cooking bone in. It's more flavorful, but I hate it. I hate it. I never feel like I get it right. And I used to be really nervous about cooking with chicken. Excuse me. But the thighs are so good. It's hard to fuck up thighs, I think. Oops. Whereas I feel like the breast it's so like especially if you marinate that in like some buttermilk and shit, I always feel like the breast, ladies, turns out dry. I never feel like I do a good job unless it's in the oven, but my oven's on the fritz. So most of my favorite of dinner meals are you got to pop something in the oven, and it's like lately I can't. So it's a bummer. I know you got to brine that breast meat. But chicken, like if I'm if I'm really trying to like lose weight, or if you're just trying to make some shredded chicken really fast that's light, fucking boil the chicken and then shred it. And then you can add whatever you want to it. That's also a really great thing you can do is if you're just short on time. I'm not going to be boiling anything for a while because I'm so anxious about it. But just boil some thighs for a while and then pop it out, shred it, and then you can add whatever sauce. You can add it to a sandwich, to a salad, I like my air fryer. I feel like I burn everything in there, which is so weird because it feels like everyone else it's so foolproof, and I feel like I'm too stupid. I don't know. If there's too much fat texture, the meat freaks you out. Oh no, that is a bummer because I love fat, ladies. I really, really love. I made so this morning I made French toast for my hungry boys, my hungry guys, and cooking chicken in a rice cooker with rice. Nice. I made French toast with this protein-heavy bread because I'm really trying to pile on the protein. And because I'm finally, now that I'm done nursing, finally the weight is so slowly, ounce by ounce, coming off. Thank Christ. I just feel better. I think I look a little better. Now that all those hormones are out of me. I made this really, really fatty bacon, and it was so lovely. And I normally like to put that in the oven. That's the best way, I think, to make bacon. But you cook your bacon in the pan, right? You put your bacon onto your paper towel sheet, etc. You pour the bacon grease out. You kind of clean up your pan. You put butter in the pan, and then add a little bit of that bacon grease as well. So not too much butter. So the half of the amount you would normally use for French toast, and then the other half bacon grease. So good. So good. Delicious. Wonderful. And like protein heavy bread, so I didn't feel too guilty. I love leftover bacon grease. I love it. Yeah, scrambled eggs. So if you really want to zhuzh up some of your stuff, like I think, reminder, grease is bad for your drain. Get a jar for excess. So what I do is if I'm not going to use the grease, which is a sin, but if you don't, for whatever reason, you have leftover grease, pour it into a jar, let it sit for a while, and then it's hard. Then you can just take it out and throw it in the trash if that's what you want to do. I think you should use it if you can, but definitely, obviously, do not put that in your do not put it in the. Oh no, I saw a roommate clean the bacon out of the pan. Oh, do you mean into the sink? Oh, nightmare. Nightmare. Every part of the buffalo, yes. I mean, well, especially now, Christ, with the way groceries are. Oh my God. Yeah, use every part of the fucking buffalo. At this point, I'm freezing I never used to do this, but I'm freezing when I do get a rotisserie chicken, which like I used to get because it was so cheap, or because it was so easy. But now it's like the same price as like getting a regular ass chicken to cook yourself. So it's like, why even bother? And you should do this anyway. I was just lazy. Save the bones and then use that to make stock or broth with. And you can just pop those in the freezer. So the best kind of pan I think is cast iron. I think cast iron's the way to go. I hate keeping up with cast iron, but I think it's the greatest. I think it's the greatest. How much is orange juice in Canada? I don't know. We try not to drink orange juice, especially lately. Pat and I are trying to mind our sugar content. Or I'm sorry, I'm trying to mind our sugar content. That's true. So you can wash, to an extent, your cast iron with soap as long as the soap does not have lye in it. One of the reasons they were always like, don't wash your cast iron with standard soap is because of all the lye, LYE in it. But most soap doesn't have that anymore. But a lot of people do just choose to wash it using, salt, etc. As long as you recoat it with oil and then rebake the seasoning onto there, it's not a big deal. Yeah, cast iron is great. It is an investment. I always somehow rust mine. I suck. Stainless steel is also super good. I do have a couple of nonstick pans. I am getting rid of them ASAP. They are great. I feel like they get scratched up very easily, and then the bad stuff comes out of it into your food, and I think that's bad. So I'm getting rid of all of mine. When I was pregnant, I refused to eat or cook on anything that used nonstick that I knew of. Ceramic coated is, I think, better. So like ceramic coat. Well, I don't know. I know that ceramic coated cast iron, which is what a lot of Le Creuset is great. I like that. Yeah, Teflon is. I'm trying to avoid it. No shade to anyone uses it. I just like. I'm trying not to doom scroll, and I'm trying not to scare myself too much. But I also want to stay informed. I know I like ceramic. I use nonstick like a sauce. Oh, well, do you mean, like a saucepan? Copper. See, I've been wanting to try copper. Does copper work with induction? I think it does because hold on. Does copper work with induction? Yeah, it does, right? Oh, it will not. It's not compatible with induction cooktops. Boo! Oh, because it's not a ferromagnetic metal. I see. Some cookware manufacturers offer aluminum or copper pans with a magnetized base. Oh, that's interesting. Bummer. See, I love the look of copper pans. I love the way they look. I think it's so awesome. I know the dilemma of being informed. Like I admit and this is the cowards. I'm a coward, biggest coward in the world right here. Don't be like me unless, so a lot of times I just can't, and I have to be ignorant. Like I'll see something and I'm like, all right, I'm out. And then like for a couple days, I'm like, I'm just going to put my donkey blinders on. Like I can't do it. Or I just get like anxious and upset. I have a friend who is like she's a lawyer now, and she's like a big activist, and she's amazing. And she's like, look, sometimes you just got to turn your brain off and watch the Kardashians. You just fuck it, you can't, you got to turn it off. And I'm just like, oh, okay. Hajo, 3 sub for 2 months. Thank you very kindly. And says, howdy, Paige. Hope you and the family are doing well. We are doing okay. We are doing well. We had where'd it go? There it is. Some French toast, and that was yummy. We again, the bacon really just, I think, elevates it. That's what I was gonna say. I tried to make this protein oatmeal fruit crumble. I was so excited, had a little bit of chocolate in it. I was so excited. I was really proud of it. I asked Pat to put it in the oven over here. And then at 350 for 30 minutes, Pat went to get it. He comes back and it's like, I'm like, this is not cooked at fucking all. And he's like, I swear. And he went and he checked the oven and it works fine. And I'm just like, I'm so pissed off. I think I just used maybe the wrong pan, or maybe he put it in too deep. I don't know. But it was supposed to be like crisp and golden and warm. And then you scoop it out and put yogurt on it. And it's got tons of like protein and it's just the right amount of sweetness. So there was like not that much liquid, and I followed the recipe to a T, and it's totally fucked. No, it was strawberries, blueberries, and raspberries. We don't know what happened. Right, Carolyn? Right? Also good to see you. Wait, why aren't you VIP? Hold on. There we go. Now I can see you better. Yeah, I'm super bummed. Have you cooked often with the oven? So the oven over here it's like slightly under the normal amount, which is why the recipe that I used called for 25 minutes. So I told Pat to leave it for 30 instead. And so the extra 5 minutes, I thought, oh, well, because ovens unfortunately, they aren't all the same. Yeah. And I was just like, all right, well, I was so disappointed and I felt so bad. Is it an electric oven? I think it's a true convection oven. I think the stovetop is electric, but the oven itself is like a true convection oven over here. The oven I'm considering at the house, I'm going to have to get a contractor to cut into the, which is just like money out of, so I want to just get a replacement oven, but the oven that we have no longer exists. So it's like, well, Pat preheated the oven, everything. Pat did everything right. We preheated it for like 15, 20 minutes. And then I don't know. I am going to have to, when I have the appliance guy over, I might have him come over here and take a look. Okay, I'll just show you the oven that I am considering. It's so pricey, but it's one of those things where it's an investment. Come on, where are you? It's like for the house, so it's like, well, open image, new tab. Okay, let me see if I can show it to you, because I think it looks super cool. And I'll explain my vision, and then you guys tell me if it's stupid. Oh, my hair is so bad. Golly. Oh, hold on. It's like so greasy. Like I worked out and I was going to shower before the stream and there was just no time. I'm just going to pop it up in a creepy little whatever. There. Now it looks like I'm wearing a hat. There. All right. What was I doing? Right. Yes. Showing you the oven. Tied up. Hide most of your issues. That's right. It's a little tiara. So yeah, this is what I do. I kind of whoa. And then this is like my cleaning, get things done face hair. Okay. Let's see. I know. Don't I look like a mother? Hold on. All right. Let's see. Is it this one? No. Fuck. Let me see. I want to show you this. Oh, I see. I'll go to properties. Fuck's sake. Come on. Oh, I see. Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay, it's just gonna literally show you the oven. Let's see if you can even hear me. Can you hear me? Okay, so this is the oven I'm thinking. So check this out. It's the cafe profile oven. Wouldn't it be so funny if I didn't tell you and I like the bottom just opened up and was like, and it like opened with my mouth as I spoke, like it's my VTuber. Guys, this is my new VTuber model. Surprise. No, so this is a dual oven. It is the cafe double oven. What I like about it is, can you see oh, you can't see. Isn't that sick as fuck? So I love this one. I like that the stovetop is, so I think on this one in particular, this one's electric, but it comes in induction or gas or electric. It also comes in white and gold and black and all, and you can customize things. I kind of just like the silver, which I know is not very me, but I don't think it would go with all the white and copper wouldn't really go in my kitchen. So would it be big enough for turkeys? So the bottom is quite spacious and is perfect for giant big turkeys. The top is great and is the most used oven for desserts and if you want to use a brazier. I think it also acts as an air fryer. And it, and casseroles, people tend to use the top one the most, frozen pizzas, etc. The bottom is more like, larger things. What's cool is the ovens operate completely independently of each other. So if I want to, I can cook a giant turkey on the bottom at a certain temperature for however long, and the top I can cook like, say, a dessert or a vegetable dish for however long at a completely different temperature. So, no, this is not the oven I have over here. This is the oven that I want, right? This is the one I want at the house. Now, the one that I wanted, this is kind of my not replacement, my plan B oven. The one that I wanted, which I will show you. So that's just it. It does not have drawers. It doesn't have the warmers, but that's fine. I'm happy to sacrifice. The one that I want, or wanted, that is sold out everywhere and would take like 4 months to come in, and I'm just not willing to wait that long. Is it has both baking and broiling. The bottom is a true convection. The top, I think, is just like standard convection, but like that will work with most things that I do, unless I want to make something specific, then I would put it under there. But it had, 2 ovens. Shit. I think it's called the Twin Flex. Yes. So this one, is this the correct one? And I will show you what I'm talking about. Oh, that is such a small image. Why? And then I will explain what my problem is. Brightness, so bright. Perfect. Okay. So, doo-ba-da-bop, Scooby-Doo, please excuse my... Okay, this one, which is roughly the same. It's the same company. It's essentially the same. The only difference is that this one is technically a wall oven, and it has a digital screen, which I actually dislike. I actually don't like... My kitchen is very light and airy, so I'm trying to make sure I don't have as much dark brown or dark black appliances or etc. This oven is also a double oven. It's pretty much the same as the one before, except it's a wall oven. And the way that my oven is now is that it is technically a wall oven, but it's where a regular oven would be. So there's wood on the top, and then there's like a totally different cooktop on top of it. I am gonna have to just say fuck it, and because I had a contractor out here to check it out, and he was like, "Oh, you should keep the wall oven. It's a cleaner look." And I'm like, I don't give a shit. I just want a working oven. And this one, I don't like the fact that there's no knobs. I like analog things. I have a physical planner. I have a physical calendar, and I want knobs. I want to turn it myself. What's great about this one and the other one, and this one, and this is so cool, both of them, is that the other one, both of these are Wi-Fi compatible. And if I want to, I could be sitting here and I could be like, oh guys, I gotta make something, and I can use an app to preheat the oven so I can just run over, slide something in, and then like come back out, ladies. But seriously, like I thought that was so cool, and both of them are compatible with that. So super excited about that. But I really want to keep the knobs. So anyway, the one I just showed you is completely sold out, which is like such a fucking bummer. And I really was hoping. It's a Toma resubbed for 2 months. Thank you. Real Housewives of Freeside look you got going on. Well, thank you. So yeah, I don't know about smart appliances. Pat hates them. Pat does not like, which is weird. You would think someone like Pat would love a smart appliance. But he doesn't do the whole Alexa Siri thing. He doesn't like it. Like, I'm like, oh, do you want like smart blinds? Do you want smart lights, etc.? And he's like, no. And I'm like, okay. Kari Boy resub for 28 months in a row. Thank you so much. I have a love-hate relationship with smart appliances. I mean, like, for like accessibility purposes, I think it's really cool. But I don't know. Yeah, I get a little bit weird about it as well. I don't know. I did get I got a light bulb for our living room for this little lamp that you can kind of change with like Wi-Fi, and that's kind of neat. But it's not really, you don't like talk to it, you just use an app, so I feel okay about that. If my toaster oven needs an update, I will burn it to the ground. I know, right? Yeah, I don't like appliances that require a subscription. I'm trying to keep my subscription, most subscriptions low. I think that I subscribe to people on Twitch. I have a Netflix. I have my Amazon. Amazon Prime, and Spotify, and that might be it for me. But I do sub to a couple of people on Twitch, which I think is cool. Corporate world is actively trying to make us subscribe to more things. I know. I'm trying. I need to go through and make sure that most of my subscriptions are just Twitch or things that I absolutely need. Because, it's expensive. And then you forget about them. And then you're like, what is all this? And then you're like, like I was subscribed to this prenatal thing forever. And then I'm like 6 months postpartum. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Shit. And then I canceled it. And that's what they hope for. Exactly. Anyway, I've got a storage unit and I've spent more on that than all the furniture inside is worth. Oh no. Yeah, no, I feel you there. The gym model, yeah, it's a bummer. I got a dog toys and snacks subscription for my boys. That's great. Listen, if you're using your subscription and I'm talking to, there we go. I can't even, there we go. What was I doing just then? If you are using your subscription, hell yeah, then I think that's great. But if you completely forget about it, it's like, oh no. But yeah, I don't know. I bought the dumbest thing. I'm really glad I did, but I can't find a good place for it. I will tell you guys about it once I have it set up. It's super cool. They show a service that goes through your subscriptions and alerts you to all the ones still active for you. I have heard about that. I might check that out. I bought a really cool thing that I will tell you about once I have it set up. We have to reassemble it. But once we do, I'm super excited to maybe show and tell you about it. And yeah, see if they can sponsor you and use it. Right? I know, right? Maybe one day when me and Pat do a podcast, one day, is it a pinball machine? I wish. You know what I'd like? I don't know where we would put it. I would love to get like a pool table. I would love to get a pool table. But we don't live too far from one, so it's not that big of a deal. Oh, an indoor bowling alley. Good God. No. Maybe one of those like little toy ones for Gowron. So Boosie's wheelchair is here. It's in a box. We haven't had like a free afternoon, the both of us, to assemble it, and it's a little tricky. We might have to like, I don't want to because that's so embarrassing, but we might have to ask, we have a friend of ours who's really handy. We might have to ask him to help us. And I was a little concerned that maybe it would be bad, for his legs now that we have that second opinion, but the doctor said it is still a good idea. Is it the hot neighbor? Oh my God, which one? There's technically two hot neighbor. Well, there's four. There's two houses of hot neighbors on like all sides of us, where like every time we got to, like, Pat saw one of the sexy neighbors and he's like, oh hey, and they chatted for a little bit, and Pat came in, he's like, oh, I saw a sexy neighbor, and I'm like, oh yeah, you know, just outside doing hot things, I guess. I'm not sure. Oh no, it's always been the case. It's just one is more like sexy business, and the other one's like sexy blue collar. Sexy blue collar neighbor is awesome. He is so sweet. He's the one with the kid that has the loud car, and and like that their kid has like all their friends come over, which is awesome, but they tend to park in our, have I talked about this? They tend to park in our driveway, and they park in such a way that completely blocks me in. And I'm just kind of like, oh no, I have to say something. And then they did it really bad during when there was quite a bit of snow. And I was just like, oh God, I'm going to have to go over there. Oh no. So I went over there and I'm like, knock, knock, knock. And I'm so embarrassed. And he answers the door and he's like, oh, hey. And I'm like, hey. And he's like, oh, it's the boys, isn't it? And I'm like, yeah, I'm so sorry. And he's like, what happened? I'm like, well, I'm so sorry. I can't get out, and there's snow. And if it weren't snowing, I'd be like, and he's like, oh, it's okay. I'll tell them they know better. And I'm like, no, it's okay. He's like, if you don't come out in this weather, just text me if, that happens again. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And then I said, well, it's hard to explain. Like their driveway kind of like our houses are not too close, thank God, but like the driveways are like, and so his friends tend to not be in their driveway. They're on like the street area. And then where our driveway is, they park like on the street, but it's like right in front of our, and so it's like, ooh, and sometimes on the driveway. And like, I try not to say it. So it's like, oh, because it's a Canadian standoff. And he's like, so what I told him, I said, look, I'm so sorry I know it's very sorry cop of me, but I was like, hey, because he had a ton of friends over, and I guess it was a snow day or something. And I was like, this is weeks and weeks and weeks ago. And I was like, hey, if they need to use like our driveway or whatever, like just text me and let me know so I know to prepare. Cause like I had to go get like groceries or something. There was something I needed to go get. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. Just like just let me know so I can like prepare. But if they like need to use, just let me know. And he's like, oh, thanks, but I was just so embarrassed, and I feel so bad because now like if I'm outside and I see those boys, they kind of look over at me and I'm like, sorry. I just feel like a Karen when I'm like, because like, listen, you're a teen, you're a boy, and you're just hanging out with your friends. Do. They have a teen girl who they have mentioned several times would love to babysit Gowron, and I'm heavily I don't know her very well. I've talked to the boy, but I've never talked to the girl, so I'm heavily considering it. Even though the person we have watch Gowron is incredible and like one of my favorite people in the world, but sometimes they're not available. And I'm like, a teen girl next door would be great. So I'm waiting until Gowron can like talk a little better, because this would be her first job. And I want him to be able to like tell her like any needs, or, or if something happens, he can tell me or whatever. Because it's like her first real gig. So I would want to make sure that she's comfortable and can understand him, and that he's comfortable. So I'm just kind of waiting that out. And then I might go over, knock on the door and be like, hey, would you like to learn some stuff? Does she have Red Cross CPR training? So I know CPR and Heimlich for infants and tiny toddlers and adults. So if she wants, hell, I could teach her. She wouldn't be certified, and I'm not certified to teach, but I can teach her. Like, I've taught Pat, and I'm confident that if something happened, Pat could do it. But I'm still nervous about Pat. But a teen girl next door would be great. All the young blood we can harvest. No. Only if she's willing. No, she's teen girl babysitter next door makes my red flag warning go off. I mean, I would interview her first. Like, I would talk to her and be like, hey, how do you feel? Do you feel confident? Do. If you like, and then I would probably like, hey, if you want, we could have like a preliminary where like go take him to the park for like 30 minutes and see if you guys jive, and then I would pay her for the time, Oh no, I don't blame you, Ecto. I don't blame you. But like, a trial run, thank you. I would maybe have her do a trial run. Excuse me. Did you get to practice CPR on an actual? So I actually did have to perform CPR on a baby, on a 3 or 4 year old. I think it was the day or two after I was taught. I've talked about this before. Happened a long, long time ago. But I had to do it, and it's horrible. It's the worst. It's the worst. I had nightmares about it forever. She lived. I did it. It worked. Which is great. Thank God. Because, even despite all of your efforts, maybe it doesn't take. But it did. And I visited her in the hospital. And then for like a year or two, her mom would send me like, oh, she got a, report card thing, or here, the spelling bee. And I'm like, yes, no damage. Yeah, it was cool. It was horrible. She was at the bottom of a pool. It was bad. And I wasn't the lifeguard. There was no lifeguard on duty. I just happened to see it. It was cool. No permanent damage. So that's a story. That's a whole story. I think I may have mentioned it. All right. So long story short, I'm at this hotel. I'm at a conference. I had taken like, with one of my girlfriends, we took, what's the word? Optional CPR class, like for fun. And I was like, oh yeah, why not? So we took like this class. We didn't have to take it. We just did. And, Heimlich and, hold on one second. No problem. Okay. All right. Pat's going out for a walk with the man. Blah, blah, blah. And then I can't remember the day or the next day or the day. I know it was like literally within 2 days. I was down at the gym. I remember I was listening to a podcast about sharks, and the topic was sharks, and I'm like, da, 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 da. And I'm looking in on this pool, and there's so many kids in there. There's like way too many. And there's a big sign that says no lifeguard on duty. There were no adults in there. Everybody in there was like under 8. It looked like, I think me and someone else, I was in a gym, and like there was a big glass thing and you could see into the pool. And I was like, and I think me and another girl were in the gym. We're like, this is fucked. And we went and we told one of the hotel people, and we were like, hey, there's tons of kids. And they're like, well, whatever. No adults in there that I could see. So I was like, okay. So I'm like, I'm on the treadmill. I can't remember. I think it was the end of my workout, which I don't normally do this amount of time. I normally do like 30 minute cool down. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to stay like 10 more minutes. And I did. And I'm just, do. And I see this little girl walk in, and she's got this adorable little striped I think it was striped, multicolored swimsuit. She goes in, and she and her friend are kind of playing in the shallow end, and they're kind of walking towards the deep end, and people are jumping in. And I see her, but I see everybody else, so I'm not paying that much attention. And I'm like, doo-doo-doo, looking at my phone, looking at them, and I'm like, this is terrible, whatever. Like I didn't think anything would happen. And the next thing I know, she's at the bottom of the pool. Now, I was a swimmer for a really long time, and I thought she was doing that thing where you go to the bottom, you hold your breath, or you push back up and you come up, right? She wasn't doing that. She was staying at the bottom, and I thought, oh, okay. And then I saw two little girls look at her, and they start screaming. And then I always describe this to, like, I remember telling Pat this, how I was like on the treadmill, I turn it off, and it's like me, I jump out of my body, and someone else like locks in, and I just push off, and I just start running, and there's people in my way, and I'm like fucking pushing, get the fuck out of my way. And I open up the door, I run in, get her out, she's on the ground, wet, and I'm like panicking, because I'm like, oh my God. Suddenly, of course, there's adults, and there's an adult man there, and he's like slapping on her chest, and he's going like literally like this, and slapping her on the chest like this. And so I push him out of the way, and I put my ear on her chest, and then I do like a sweep of her mouth, and then I just go. And it's hard. Like, ha, 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 staying alive. Or I guess now you would do like, say, Drake, I hear you like I'm young, right? But I was doing CPR, and I rolled her over on her side because there was there was like a little bit of vomit coming out. The rib cage cracked. It felt like I was giving CPR. Forgive me, this is graphic. Felt like I was giving CPR to a bag of Lay's. Her rib just cracked, like this tiny little girl just crack, which is what you actually want to happen. That's horrible to say, but it's not like you're like, ooh, yeah, I hope I do. But if that happens, it happens. That's how you know it's working, because especially on someone that young. So you're doing that. And the problem was I was getting really, really tired. And nobody was coming. Nobody was helping. My glasses had been thrown off. I can't see anything except, so I'm going to town. I'm like, call an ambulance, call a bus, whatever the fuck. And in the distance, I see this girl that was at the conference with me. I didn't know her very well. This gorgeous Black girl who is now a model. Huge afro, which was the only way I recognized her, and like super tall. And I said, get the fuck over here, help me. And she fucking like a spider, just her limbs gangling, she's fucking running, and then she pushes me off, and she goes to fucking town on this little girl, just whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And like, I'm gonna cry. And then like all these people from that conference come in who had been at the thing. They come in, we're like rubbing her legs, trying to get some circulation. She is blue. It's rough. She totally barfed in my mouth a little bit, which I guess is also good. Finally, after so long, the paramedics show up. We're done. She's crying. Other people are holding her, and she's crying. I grab my glasses and I start hollering. I'm screaming. I'm like, where the fuck are those parents? Come on, guys, we're going to the front. And we go to the front. There's like cops and ambulance there. And I'm like, what the fuck is going? Where the fuck are the fucking parents? There's like 30 fucking kids in there. I've got like vomit on my face. I'm like wet. I'm screaming. And then finally I start having a panic attack because it sets in. So I'm panicked. It was so bad. So then I had to like get some air. The ambulance people had to like sit me down. They're like, oh my God. So they got my statement, and I was just like in tears. It was horrible. It was horrible. I mean, it's horrible because like she was so blue, and it was so horrible. And the sound and the feeling of that occurring is a nightmare. It's a nightmare, and I had like nightmares about it for a while. And I didn't know if she made it after that. Like I didn't know. And then I got scared because I was in a different state than what I'm normally in, and I'm like, oh my God, what's the Good Samaritan law here? Because if I hurt her, she could sue me. Luckily, where I was a Good Samaritan law good, like everything was on the up and up. Long story short, there was a whole thing, but long story short, I got my room comped. I got food comped. I got a bunch of attaboys, which was really nice. But the important thing was, I kept asking, like, is she making it? Is she making it? And I got the call that she was okay. And then I got the call from the mother. And she said, "Excuse me, ma'am, are you Paige?" And I said, "Yes, ma'am, I am." And I said, she said her name, and she's like, "I just want to say thank you." And she was very serious, and she's like, "I just want to say thank you for saving my baby's life." And I'm like, "Of course, I would just, I do want to know, if you don't mind me asking, what's going on? Like, why?" She's like, "Well, I can tell you." So here, what happened was, the mother was in a completely different state. Well, it's not her fault. What happened was, she had left her daughter, who was only 3 or 4 and like was small even for that age, with her grandfather. And her grandfather had taken the baby across the state lines to his girlfriend's family reunion. No one even knew who she really was. And she couldn't swim. And the big thing she said, she's like, "Paige, I have something very serious to ask you, and I need you to try to remember." I said, "Yes." She's like, "Was my baby wearing floaties?" And I said, "No, ma'am." She's like, "Are you sure? Because my baby can't swim." And the grandpa knew that she couldn't swim. And so, she's so small and all. And she's like, "Was she wearing floaties?" I said, "No, ma'am. If she was wearing floaties, it was never when she entered the pool." Because I remember when she entered the pool, there were no floaties on her. And obviously not, because she was at the bottom of the pool. And she said, "Thank you so much. I will be taking care of a few things." I said, "Yes, ma'am. If you need anything else, be sure to let me know." Yeah. And then she was really sweet, and she told me her baby was doing well. And then I think a week later, I saw her. She was in the hospital. She looked like shit. She was all swollen, and I had really cracked her ribs, and she was all bruised up, but she made a full recovery. So yeah, be careful. When even like, your trusted family can make really big mistakes like that. Has baby Gowron learned to swim yet? What I wanted to do with him was, I wanted to do that class where, like, really early you teach him to, like, float. I was really lucky to be there. Because at that point I was the only person in the gym. So I don't know. Because when that happens, time is of the essence. Well, I don't know. Well, thank you. But I always hesitate to tell this story, because I don't want to be like, "I saved a little girl's life one time." But, like, I mean, I really feel like if anybody had that training, especially so fresh, and you see that happening, you're gonna go into action. So I don't think it's like a me thing. I think it's like, if that girl who, by the way, that girl who took over for me, we're still, like, I still know her. She's awesome. Thank God for her. Honestly, I like to think I just kept that little girl warm for the real hero, which was this beautiful, like, angel from heaven with, like, the biggest, most beautiful hair I'd ever seen in my life. I'm gonna cry. She said, because if it weren't for her, I don't think I could have kept going. Because, like, when you're really doing it, you get tired so fast. It's really hard. So I really truly believe that. Well, that's very nice, Kona. I'm gonna cry. I really, really believe that it has to do with her. And I'm really grateful. And she got her room comped, and she got food too, so that was great. So she's my hero. I balanced the karma of the time I punched a pregnant woman. She wasn't pregnant. Thank you. And I think she knew she was pregnant. She was just she was barren. You guys, come on, you guys know this. You know the story. But yeah, no, really, like truly, and listen to me. CPR and the Heimlich is basic. I think it should be taught in most basic first aid classes. If you have the opportunity to learn that, please do. You can also learn how to do it yourself. You can learn how to, save yourself, save an infant, because infant CPR and Heimlich is a bit different than for adults or bigger people. Like I have this joke with Pat. I'm like, Pat, you have like a tummy. Like I've told him, I'm like, if you start to choke, I'm gonna have to just punch you. Like I don't know what which apparently works. Is Paige out here punching pregnant ladies? No. It's a long story, but no. There was someone who like tried to make me feel guilty being like, I'm pregnant. And it's like, you are known barren. And I was right. She was not pregnant. She was trying to make me feel bad. So she punched me. And I was so like, what the fuck, that I hit her back. Because it was so out of nowhere. Like, I've never done that before. And I remember just being like, oh my God, like I've never done that. I've never, well, no. She's like, she told me that she was barren. It's like that girl was a whole thing. And, bless her. I have no hard feelings towards her. Bless her heart. Yes, Pat, the time I plan B'd the girl, of course. You guys got to be careful because some people plan Baron. Stop it. Some people like believe that and they're like, "Did you know Paige really? She punched a pregnant woman. How awful is that? Come on, you got be careful when you talk about these things." Because like I like, oh my God, if that had been the case, I would have just made myself a rope necklace. My God, that would have been hell. But no, trust me. Because I remember her even privately telling me this and then her publicly talking about how barren she is. Come on. And then to be like, my baby. And I was like, you mean the nachos you had for lunch? Get out of here. Whatever. This is like 15 years ago or something. So, oh, golly. Oh, anyway, it's already 2:30 and I haven't played a game. I'm sorry. Should I just not play today? I'm going to stream again on Wednesday, by the way. I should probably. Am I going to 3 or 4? I don't know. What are your plans, babe? I can go till 4. I should probably play a game. Baby, am I the asshole? Maybe. I thought you meant like, oh, about babies. This baby and me are out and he is not sleepy. Okay. Do you need me, babe? Did Pat stream KCD too? I think he streamed it twice at least, right? You're literally out of the house. Okay, I know, but do you want me to end at 3 or 4, babe? Like, what do you want me? What do you need me? How do you want me, ladies? I didn't bring my chapsticks. I'm over here like. You're okay? Okay. I might go till 4 or like 3:30ish maybe. But yeah, so if you do have the opportunity to learn CPR, Heimlich, honestly, any kind of first aid, I think it's a really good idea. Also, me knowing basic first aid, based on, someone else telling me about the cold water situation. And I swear to God, it's so funny, at the Mommy and Me place, I had just relearned a bunch of stuff, and one of that was burns. And that's why, like, when I leapt up on top of the sink and I flipped my feet over and started spraying, it's because I had just gotten that refresher. I probably still would have done it regardless, but I feel like because I got that refresher, I was smart enough to be like, oh, okay. So, yeah, honestly, if you have that opportunity, take it. It's great. Knowledge is power. All right. I guess I should play a little something, huh? Don't learn how to investigate homicides. Yeah, I know, right? Anytime you learn something, it'll happen to you. I know, right? Wow, the mic sounds really crisp today. Pat, did you if you're listening, did you change any aspects of the? It's very crisp. I like it. It's just very crispy. He did? Oh, I like it. I'm just surprised. Huh. Wah, 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 wah. I play with settings constantly. You can turn your own internal voice down with the bottom knob. The one that says monitor, right? Oh no, it sounds great. I really like it. Bottom knob. Excuse me. All right. Give me like actually 2 seconds. I'm going to fill this jar up with water. I am so thirsty. Give me 2 seconds. Be right back. Wow, 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 wow. Water as in her special juice. Can you imagine if this was just like vodka? It's vodka, guys. It's just vodka. Okay. I would be impressed with myself. All right, let's move you down here. I would probably die. I'm a lightweight though. I do not like to drink too much. Pat says, shout out to day drinking. So Tetsu says, I find myself drinking more and I'm a little worried. Whenever it becomes like a problem where it affects you and your life in any way, that's the time, right? If you're just drinking like a tiny bit more, try your best to cut back. But like, you know, if it's affecting your life, that might be time for you to go, and do some self-examinations, you know? Hold on 1 second. An efficient drinker. I like that. How often do y'all drink? Like us? Good job, Pat. I mean, I've never, I guess, I honestly, I mean, I like to have like a Caesar every now and then. I used to have like maybe a glass of wine twice a week, but like half a glass, because like a full glass would give me a migraine. But like, especially in the last 5, 6, 7 years, I think I have like 2 or 3 drinks a month, maybe tops. Thank you. It's my bathrobe. It's terry cloth, so it's like basically a towel, and it smells so good because when I lotion myself up, it smells like vanilla. Although I did get like more peanut butter on it, so I gotta wash it again. I did used to have wine in a sippy cup, yes, because in fact that's where Mr. Sip Sip comes from, which I'm probably gonna change my badge, because I didn't want because I liked to drink Merlot, which I know gets a bad rap in the wine world, but I like Merlot. And I used a sippy cup because that way, like when I would drink it, it wouldn't like spill. I know, Sotetsu, listen. A lot came up. I know. Sotetsu, listen. Listen to me. Okay. I have nothing to say. Just listen. No, okay. All right. Oh, good. Thank you. Shout out to Pat for fixing the chat. It looks like the chat has been fixed. Let's get to playing a game. So, hey, if you are watching this on YouTube, this is the part where a game happens. And also shout out to you. Shout out to the people who are so kind and are willing to do the thing where, hey, game begin. The timestamp. Thank you. I don't know. So thank you so much to the YouTube people. We are grateful for you. All right, let me make sure I've got everything. I did it in one try, guys. Can you believe it? I know I can't. Shout out to you, viewer. All right, I need a little something on my lips. Hold on. My mouth is so dry. My Adderall is really. I really don't like. That's supposed to be me. Shout out to the viewer, not me. That's right. Viewers like you. I really don't like my Adderall anymore. Like, I'm so, like, it's really weird. Adderall that I used to have, it was those pink pills. And I would be like, okay. And then I could split them if I needed to, so I don't have to take the full amount if I don't want to, etc. But now it's in these capsules, and the capsules last forever. And it's not as it used to be. I'm not as with it. I'm not as hip and with it anymore. I don't know. But when I tried to get what I used to have, they're like, oh, that doesn't exist anymore. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, all right. Oh, right. We're at the cons, aren't we? Is it safe to split time release capsules? So I looked into it, talked to a doctor, and looked into it myself. And they basically were like, you can, but you won't get the exact dose because it's filled with tiny little things. If you ever open them up, they're filled with tiny, like almost like tiny pills. And so you'll never quite get the split perfect. So it's not recommended. You can, but I don't recommend that, obviously. Nice, but if you want to, talk to your doctor. All right. So for those of you who want to catch up and haven't, I don't know if the VOD is up, I'm not even sure, but just to briefly catch you up, I kind of abandoned the meat, the cannibal thing. I am pro-cannibal. I told Yes Man to leave them alone, the white gloves alone, because I think that's interesting. And then I am now looking to speak with the cons, and that's what's up.
I understand you've been invited to meet with Caesar. You should be aware of the honor you've been granted.
What do you think of the cons?
They're a tribe of fine warriors with many proud traditions and a glorious history. They will be worthy additions to the Legion.
My favorite faction in the strip. I'm interested in the Kings. In fact, I hear you can get Rex, so I might go help out the King of Kings. But I like the Kings a lot. I'm interested in learning more about the cons, but they're out here. Yeah, I think the Kings I like. I think the White Glove Society is really interesting. I don't really care for the Emeritus so far. Yeah. Who are you?
My name is Carl. Glorious Caesar has sent me as an emissary to the great cons as a token of our alliance.
Sorry, 1 second. Okay. Oh, you like the Brotherhood? Oh, do you mean in the strip or in general? My favorite faction in general? I do like... the Powder Boys or whatever, they fucking suck. Like I'm they're lame. I guess the NCR is interesting. I like the cons. I want to know what's going on with the boomers, but I fucked up with the boomers. Yeah, Brotherhood. Brotherhood's interesting. I haven't met them. I think I met one guy in game though. I'm very interested to learn more about. That's fair, Chimmy. That's fair. I'm interested. I really want to learn more about Caesar's thing. Obviously, bad guys don't want to side with them, but I'm so fascinated with whatever the hell's going on there. And I think it's so cool with whatever the hell is going on with the Brotherhood. I have a feeling that the Elder that's going to take Maximus under his wing, I think he is more a Caesar guy than he is a Brotherhood guy, and I have a feeling that he's going to Caesar him up. I think. Or not Caesar him up. I'm sorry. Legion him up. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm very curious to see what's going to happen. He's going to Caesar the salad, ladies.
In exchange for Great Caesar's promise of all the lands west of New Vegas, the Khans have agreed to fight alongside the Legion when the time comes.
What's your role in Caesar's Legion?
I am one of the Frumentari. It is my duty to scout the waste in Caesar's name and make contact with any tribes that might serve a useful purpose. You might say I'm somewhere between a scout and an ambassador. I'm assigned here as part of the alliance between the Legion and the Great Khans.
Fudanari. What does the Legion want with Great Khans?
Though they have been cruelly oppressed by the NCR, the Khans remain great warriors. The Legion is honored to have such allies in battle.
Other questions? Goodbye. Okay, spoke with Papa and Regis.
I haven't seen you before. What brings you to the Great Khans?
What's your opinion of the NCR?
That's a complicated question. They've done horrible things to our people, to be sure, and I've gladly killed many of their soldiers in battle. But I can't bring myself to hate them the way Papa does. Things would damn sure be better for us if they were in charge than Caesar.
So if you were in charge of the tribe, you'd fight with the NCR against Caesar if asked.
I suppose if asked, I would. But that's a moot point, because Papa's in charge now, and he's not going anywhere.
Tell me about Papa.
Papa is one of the best leaders the Khans have ever had. He's kept us together through all of our hardships, ever since we left California. Bitter Springs changed him, though. He started to really hate the NCR after the massacre. And sometimes, I worry that's poisoned his mind.
What do you mean about Papa's hatred poisoning his mind?
Nothing. Forget about it. I shouldn't be talking about this with an outsider.
Daddy Con. Sorry, 1 second. I was like, why is it foggy in here? Did I learn about what happened in Bitter Springs? I think I did sort of from Papa. But I got like a synopsis. Who are you?
Name's Regis. I'm Papa Khan's advisor and right-hand man. I'm also the chief enforcer of the tribe's laws, so watch your behavior.
Yes, sir. Okay,
So you've been sucked into the decadence of this trip
let's
as
see.
well, have you?
Is there anything I need to know about the Khans? Texas Red. Okay. NCR killed a load of
Nice robot.
Khan old people and children. Right. Okay, now I remember. Okay. I don't hate the Khans. I don't think there's any reason not to save them from Yes Man, right? And the whole ordeal. How is Fallout London looking? Has anyone been keeping tabs? I know it was pretty buggy. I think the idea is incredible, and I love that it's a bulldog, Winston. Yeah, it's very sweet. Oh, he's just like Oh wow, he's throwing up, and then the throw up appears on the wall. That's fun. That's cool. Oh, they've patched it? Nice. So would you patched it enough that you'd recommend? I think I was already up there. Yeah, that's where Papa was, right? Or was Papa? No, Papa was in here. Yeah, I know. I didn't realize. Well, I'm just shocked that puke appeared. Hello. Wow, they've got quite the set. Whoa. Oh, golly, I want to get down there. Shit. On my way. How good are my medicine skills? I don't. No, I think they're all right. But I think I've got some, 60. I've got some, Oh, that's okay, unemployed lawyer. Don't worry about it, honey. Con job, blah, blah, blah.
Hey, welcome
Oh.
to Red Rock Canyon.
Oh.
Since you've done so much for the Great Khans, Papa Kant told me to let you know you can buy weapons. and armor.
Ooh.
You can find it in the basement of the burned out old building at the mouth of the canyon.
Thank you. Cool. All right, I'm gonna head over there real quick. It does read like an intrusive thought. I love it. Pat with hair. I miss Pat's hair. He likes it cut short. I like Pat's crazy goosey hair. Silly goose. Where are you guys going? What are you doing? Are you children? We're children. We're children. What's up? Pat likes to say that from, oh, what is that silly kung fu movie? The one where it's very zany and silly. Pat, do you know what I'm talking? Remember it's Kung Pao, thank you. Jessup.
I'm getting real tired of talking.
Kung Pao. Oh, okay, right, this guy. Da-da-da-da. Yep. Well, he's dead,
go
so.
on.
Yeah, go on, bro. All right, what's up here?
No, eyes doesn't rhyme. What do you want?
Jerry the Ponk. Can you tell me about the Great Khans?
I can tell you they're a bunch of big dumb jerks with no appreciation for art. I mean, can you believe their initiation?
It sounds like you're not happy being a Great Khan. Maybe you'd be happier being somewhere else.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I can find my true calling, someplace they'll appreciate my poetry. Someplace like the old Mormon fort, maybe. Do you think the followers of the apocalypse would take me? I remember all those books they brought us when they visited our tribe.
The followers are my favorite. Like if I were like out here, I would probably. I'm really interested in the followers. I could ask them for you.
You'd do that? Thanks.
That's my favorite.
I mean, I'd go myself, but what if they said no? The Khans wouldn't take me back, and then I'd have nobody.
Cry me a river. What do you think about the Khan's alliance with Caesar?
Huh? Wait, what are you talking about? We're allied with Caesar now? Typical. Nobody tells me anything.
What are you doing?
Nothing really. Just trying to psych myself up to try my initiation. Again.
Rah. Rah. Sounded like you were writing poetry.
Oh, you heard that, huh? Okay, so yeah, I was writing poetry. I know, it's not a very great Khan-like thing to do. The followers of the apocalypse came to our camp when I was a kid, and they brought a bunch of old books. I used to read pre-war poetry for hours.
Why isn't poetry Great Khan-like?
Have you seen this tribe? If it's not an epic drunken ballad of cracking skulls and hearing lamentations, they think it's a waste of time.
You don't sound eager for initiation.
Yeah, well, I guess maybe I'm not. But what else can I do?
I would like to hear some.
You would? Really? Okay, well then, here goes. Here's one about the girl I love.
Oh.
Her hair stands tall, like the spiky bits on a death claw. Her eyes are bright as radioactive sludge, glowing with the light of love. But when I talk to her, she laughs and mocks and has her brothers beat me. Oh, why do nice girls hate me? That's it. What do you think?
That was really something.
You liked it? Wow, you're the first one who ever did.
See you later. Wow. I actually heard a poem. I took a screenshot of it, or saw a poem that really actually kind of brought me to tears. It's very beautiful and very short. Maybe I'll read it. I think it's called like Tomatoes. It's beautiful. I really like it.
Nice robot.
It's
Your pal's one ugly mother.
it reminds me a little bit of a nicer version of Charles Bukowski, who is, I think, a fantastic poet. He writes a lot about whores and fucking. And it's just really dark and gritty and beautiful, and I really, really, really like it. Meow, meow. Anything else going on here? Yeah, I have no idea whether or not Charles Bukowski was a good person, but he wrote some incredible things. Oh, the drug lab down the way? That's at the mouth, isn't it? Ooh, there's stuff up there. What's going on over there? Oh. Oh, wow. A lot of undiscovered stuff that way. The arena. The right. Here? No. Oh, the smoking one, maybe. Oh, in front of the arena. Oh, okay. Hold on. Are you somebody? No. Meow. Yodelay. If you're facing Jerry, it's on your right.
Maybe I should write
So
something
that
about
one?
which the great Khan sucked.
Over there, or
Bye. Indulgent.
Hello.
Rhymes with indulgent.
I,
Oh, no, that's
or
too
up?
long.
Do you think?
How do you spell gesticulate? 1, 2, 3. Damn it, too many syllables.
I love these yurts. They're cool.
Maybe I should write something about how much the great
Question:
Khan
what is over there? Yonder. I probably shouldn't back a bit. Okay.
Wonder if anything rhymes
I
with
probably shouldn't. I probably should try to
Once
beeline
was a
the.
man of stout heart.
Not beeline, but work on the my main tasks here. But I do. One of the things I really love about these kinds of games is just kind of exploring and wandering around. Yodelay-hee-hoo. Golly. Yeah, there's no sprint. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, where's the basement? Oh, over here, is it? Oh, is there a sprint? Wait, do I have a sprint? No sprint. Damn. Ah, I didn't see this. Oop. There we go.
They tell me I'm
Hello.
supposed to sell you weapons. Interested? Mm-hmm. Take a look.
I love that hair. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, good. She's got caps. Great. Zap glove. That's cool. Super stim pack. Okay, that's not bad. Rocket. Okay, power fist. That's cool. Okay, nothing I want. No. Nothing really suitable for me. Oh, well, no. Yep. Stems. Why not? Oh, no, that's too many. Hold on.
They tell me
Oopsie.
I'm supposed to sell you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well. I don't. Yeah, cancel that one. Okay.
Pleasure doing business.
All right.
Later.
Like a death claw.
Yeah.
All right. Good enough. Scoople double deedle do. Well, I guess I could, you know, what am I doing? I could sell some things. Why am I like this? What's up?
They tell me I'm supposed to sell.
Look at that open vest,
Take a-
open boob look. Love it. That's brave. Brave, brave, brave. Let's see. Any suit? No. Oh, hold on. Okay. Yeah, I don't really need that. I don't care for these. Don't care for that. Scoodle dabbity baboo. Should probably read those. Anything? Yeah, might as well sell that. Do. I guess that's fine then, right? I guess I don't. Just in case, I'll hold on to that. Rebound. All right.
Give me a
Nice.
shot. Bye.
You got it, boss. All right, great. Nice. And I think I'm nice and light now. Not bad. The 44 souvenirs, vital to inventory. All right, so... All right, is there anything else I can do really here other than... Oh, Pokefan. Thank you for the sub. Hey Paige, been getting back into cooking. What's your favorite kind of acid to use in a dish, such as wine, vinegar, citrus? Lemon juice. I think lemon juice is the greatest of all time. Obviously, it depends on the dish. I think it is the most versatile of the acids. But for cooking wine, I like to use Pinot Grigio. Love. And I actually really love vinegars. Whenever we go to one of the Gulf Islands, starting sometime in the spring or the summer, they have like this big market on Salt Spring, and they have this seller there that sells vinegars, and they're so unique. And I like to load up when we do go, and it's so fun. Like I actually just used one maybe a week ago that was that I've had since last year. That's magnificent. It's a Gulf island called Salt Spring Island. They have a every like I think Saturday they have like a market, like a big farmers market in the spring and summer. And it's like super cute and really fun, and love Salt Spring Island. I like all the Gulf Islands. Salt Spring's the biggest one. It's awesome. And you can take a ferry like very easily to it from Sawasim, which is great. It's super easy and so fun. You can get some cute, cool, interesting stuff there. But the vinegar lady, she just makes these just such unique things. And I recommend going. It's cool. But yeah, I used like a strawberry Pinot Noir vinegar that she makes. Yeah, lots of roadside fruit. veggie desert stands. There's a lot on. There's a lot of those in BC in general. It's like littered everywhere on the Gulf Islands. Crazy. And Vancouver Island as well. Lots of little like farm stands and places you can just pull over on the side of the road and get eggs. It's so cool. Have I been there? I don't think I've been there. Oh God. There we go. You know, I still haven't seen a death claw yet. Should I see one? I'm scared. I don't think I've been to Hidden Valley. What's in Hidden Valley? What's over there? I can't remember who I'm supposed to meet at the Hidden Valley. Oh yeah, am I wearing the combat armor? Yeah, okay, great. What am I doing with that on? But yeah, I really like cooking with acids. Yeah, I'm really digging the machine gun right now, actually. I'll hold on to that. But my heart always will belong to. I feel like I've tried to go over here before. Lemon juice. I just, you can put it in desserts, into any kind of dish. I like anything that brightens a dish. I like really bright flavors. Hidden Valley. Okay, who's over here? Can't remember why I'm here. Keep in mind, by the way, I do have aim assist on. So this is not me being cool. I just want to... And I still suck. Oh. So this is not me being like, whoa, did Paige suddenly get better? No. It highlights other stuff in the dish, not really a flavor for its own sake. I mean, it depends if how much you put in, right? And if it's the star of your, oh, what are you shooting at, babe? Oh, the star of your, whoa, that's a lot of XP. The star of your dish. But like, say, if I'm making like asparagus, some oil and butter. Oh shit, Jesus Lord. And then add just like a little bit of lemon juice. Squeeze just a fresh lemon on there, maybe a little bit of Parmesan. Bob's your uncle. Bob is your uncle. It just really adds a little to it, But I also like when I tend to like too much lemon juice, so I might want to get Veronica. I have not used her. I don't know. Oh, is this her? Probably her thing. Okay, then I'll wait. Do you remember when I beat Abriotis in 2 seconds? It's because I'm so cool, guys. That's what it is. Definitely. Neil's Shack. Wait, no, not Neil's Shack. And not because I broke the game. Still proud of it, though. Still think it's cool. Have I been here yet? I have not discovered it yet. Oh, gosh. Okay, Raul's Shack. Oh, I think I was headed there. Oh! Ended up... Oh, there's Bitter Springs. Right. Okay. Got it. Okay, we'll go to Raul's Shack. Okay. Got it. Okay. So we gotta go up. Loving your Fallout streams. Thank you, Kodiak. Helping with the downer vibe in general. Oh, no. I'm sorry. No downer. No. I'm sorry. That sucks. I hate to hear that. Life's been kind of Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying my streams and that you're taking time for yourself. It's half the battle, honestly. I know that's what I do is I try to find things I enjoy. You know? Oh, to help ease the meh. So I'm very grateful that you trust me to help you. I'm very grateful. That's cool. Honored. Honored, that's the word. Where is... I think I have... Barter... Is this worth popping open? Guns... Lockpick. Should I pop open a... Pop one of these fuckers open? Because I don't know if I have too many... Ah, what the hell. Oh my fucking god. There. Now I won't use one. That's bullshit. Okay, how the fuck do I get up here? For Christ's sake. Come on! Let me up! Okay. Welded shut. Okay, fine. Thank you for watching my very meandering, yappy Fallout streams. I'm really grateful. I think, you know, these are not for everybody. These are not popular streams, but I love this and I'm having a ball. And I'm so grateful you're here. Thank you. And thanks for helping too. I like to think of myself as but a puppet. And really, if I succeed or fail, it's up to you guys. Listen. That's how it is. That's what I like to think to myself. That way when I fuck up I can go, guys, unbelievable. Can you imagine if I did that like for real? Sometimes I'll do that with Pat, like when I fuck up something, I'll be like, I can't believe you have done this. And he's like, are you kidding me? And I'm like, yes, I'm kidding. No, let me in. Let me in. Fucking what? Balls. Okay, fine. We'll just go this way. You show up for the yapping. I'm blessed. Thank you. Thank you for listening. How can this be? Yeah, Pat makes me miss the shots, guys. Turns out I'm so good at this game. Please believe me. Believe it. Big Arn. Can't wait. Can't wait for this. I bet you this will be one of the first songs we hear in the show. Wait, why am I sneaking, Lord? And it'll be... it could be Cooper, not Ghoul. You know what I mean? Him doing some cool rope tricks and shit. Johnny Guitar, yeah. Ugh. I don't want to hear Johnny Guitar. Field Shack. What's in here? Anything of use to me? Nice. BB gun, why not? There is no escape. I really liked what they did. I mean, I liked everything they did. But I really enjoyed what they did with the... No, I did this earlier, though. Oh, this is... I'm so dumb. This is why I had a problem. I couldn't do the boomer thing.
Whoa there,
Hold
pal.
on.
You better slow down, or you'll get blown up like the rest of the idiots who thought they'd scavenge in boomer territory. Now that I've got your attention, might you be interested in a little information? It'll cost you, but it's well worth the investment.
What I loved was that they played, that's, I can't remember the song off the top of my head, but it's the, Some Enchanted Evening. Oh my gosh. They played it during the wedding and then they had the jukebox go again and it played again during the fight scene. Just beautiful, incredible. You can tell me or you can tell the underside of my boot.
Whoa, simmer down. I'll tell
Love
you,
it.
I'm a gambler and a scavenger. I've made some cash from gambling and some cash from reclaiming goods that are no longer being used. Now, do you want my help or not?
Thanks for the warning. What's going on past those signs?
Oh, lordy, lordy. You haven't heard of the boomers?
Oh, should I kill him and take his
What rock
clothes?
have you been living
Or I mean,
under?
steal from him?
They're a bunch of artillery-slinging, grenade-lobbing odd jobs camping out in Nellis. Wander into their territory and you're as good as mincemeat.
Steal his stuff and sell it back. Is there a way to get past?
There is a way, and I'll tell you. For a little wager.
A wager? Let's hear it.
Well, I know the secret to get past. If you give me the caps out there. If you make it back alive, I'll double your
How
money.
much? 300 caps? Psh. Psh. Should I do it? These fucking guys. Should I go for it or? Easy money? All right.
Okay, here you go. That page has the details, but it's all in the timing as you move from building to building. I'll be here watching, so I'll know if you've made it to the gate or not. Remember, there's 600 caps in it if you make it.
Meow. Da-da-da-da-da-da. All right. All right. So do I need that stuff or not? Do you think I can make it through? 600 caps. The left wall. Okay, got it. Balls. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna make it. Oh, golly. Oh, boy. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Okay, hold on. Where's my doctor's bag? Oh, fuck. Oh, Lord, did I make it? I did it! Maybe. Did I do it? Hell yeah, I think I did it. Guys, thank you! Hell yeah. Hell yeah. How do I get under here? Yeah, thank you for that incredible tip. Incredible. Thank you, guys. Listen, this isn't my doing, it is yours. I am but a silly little puppet. Okay, Rare Beast, where's the sprint function then? Tell me. Tell me. I would love to know. Ball sack saw. I can't get in. I am using mods, by the way. I'm using Viva.
Hold
Oh.
it right there. Don't you move. How the hell did you survive that bombardment?
Oh, it's on keyboard only. Who's in charge here? Simple. Run and hide. It's all the time. I didn't run through all that artillery to hear your stupid question. It's all in the timing.
But I had you zeroed in the whole time. Nobody's that fast. Move a muscle now and I'll blow you to pieces.
I didn't come here to attack you.
Then just stay where you are. Raquel will be here any second.
Raquel.
I'll take this from here.
Hello.
I'm Raquel, Master-at-Arms for the Nellis homeland. Mother Pearl, our eldest, wishes to speak to you.
What's a Master-at-Arms?
I oversee the security of the Nellis homeland, from the coordination of its defense to the training and fitness of its population.
So the fact that we're having this conversation means you failed, right?
I wasn't the one firing the howitzers. If you want to see how good I am at killing savages, I can show you. Or you can accept Mother Pearl's invitation. It's your choice.
Who is she?
As I said, she is our eldest. Mother Pearl has lived at Nellis from the start, and has the wisdom of her age. She said that this day would come, and that any savage to reach our gate should be brought to her.
All right, lead the way.
Follow close and mind your behavior.
She did not like that. Yeah. Ugh.
Welcome, child.
Hello.
Took your sweet time getting here, didn't you? I've been waiting a good 5 years for an outsider to come along and visit.
Didn't exactly roll out. Oh, you were expecting me like a prophecy?
Prophecy? Do we look like a bunch of religious idiots? I just hoped a savage, outsider, sorry,
Jeez.
would make it to our gates before one of those armies out there comes knocking. That's right, child. Mother Pearl knows a storm is gathering. Times are changing. Maybe time for us to change a little too.
How may I be of assistance?
Oh, so many ways. Small ones to begin with, so we can get used to what it's like to have a outsider around and about.
Yeesh.
Should that go well, maybe you can help in big ways, too. We'll have to see.
How can we trust each other if you're keeping secrets?
You have to keep in mind that you're our first contact with the outside world since I was barely a woman. Seclusion has kept us safe, but the world around us is changing. Neon lights in the distance, patrolling robots, soldiers. My youngers think our guns can keep out the world, but I think we need to let it in just a little, or become its victim. You're that little bit of the world, child. Welcome to Nellis.
Thank you. Where do I start?
You picked a good time to stop by, for we're swimming in problems. My youngers can tell you all about it. Raquel could use help with the bug problem. Duck Argyle has wounded he's tending to. And Loyal and Jack might be looking for help with some repairs. Or you could just go see Pete at the museum and hear the story of our people. All you have to do there is listen. Come and go as you like, help or don't help, I leave it up to you. But I hope you'll show my youngers that not every outsider needs to be blown up.
Is it here? Or is it on the left? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Small one? Ah. Whoa. That is crazy. Thank you, Alexander. That's awesome. What was that duck and cover? Is that a permanent one? Yes. Nice. Thank you. Very nice. Meow. Fuck. I hope we see Lucy and Coop doing like some shitty sneaking. I think that would be so fun. Right, that's not working. Okay, so wait, what did she? Numerous people. What's up?
How is your visit with?
What are people saying about me?
I haven't heard anything. You must not be trying hard enough.
I'm trying to figure out who to help and how. Oh.
Each of the elders would appreciate assistance with various issues here in Nellis. Seek out Jack, Loyal, Raquel, and Arga.
Got it. Okay. Yes, ma'am. All right, you leave here for no reason. Get out of here. Go on. For no reason. Ooh, golly. Whoop. Ooh. Ooh, neat. Okay. Alrighty. Do. Boomers can also be exterminated. Just an FYI if you're tired of their nonsense. So far, I don't know anything anything about these guys. I'm gonna wait for daytime, I think. 'Cause it is. There we go. So I can run into people. Oh, they did try to kill me. That is so true. That is, you got me there. Let's steal things from the children who are sleeping. Meow. Carry weight is, I think I'm okay. I think I'm at 192 out of 210. So I'm doing all right. Mini Boomer, that's so cute.
Whoa, you're the outsider? What are you doing here?
What's going on with that neck, girl? Looks like she's wearing like a... What's happening? I'm just passing through. Okay, bye. She had like a... That is true. They did call me a slur. Even if it's like it's a slur to them, so it's like, baby boomer. Aw. Literal baby boomer. All right. How are my limbs? Are my limbs okay? Maybe I'll just nap. There. Fixed it. All right. Break my heart. Is that the kids? Oh, women's barracks. Whoa. Hello, everybody.
Stand back.
Jesus, everybody's fucking here. Hi. Yes. Hello. Okay. Sorry. Excuse me. There's some cool digs up in here. Hard ass to me. Oh Lord. Goodness. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Show them who's boss. Stealing their bottle caps. Looking in their pee-pee areas. Wait, no, not like that. Not like that. Oh no. The areas in which they go pee-pee, excuse me. Gross. I beg your finest pardon. Oh, God. Viva New Vegas adds back so many more random NPCs to flesh out the world. Console disk space saw most of them removed on launch. Really? Bummer. Fellas. How's it going, fellas? Got anything good in here? You're sleeping. Let's look in this pee-pee area. It's way worse in here than in the ladies' room, just like in real life. Right. Do. Combat armor. Hello. Oh, well. Maybe I could... Oh. Maybe I could use it to maintain a rhyme. Nice. Let's see. Yeah, that's probably better, given I have misfortune. Well, My Johnny. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, and I have aim assist, and then so I have Viva New Vegas, aim assist, and nice, and Conrad radio, which I should probably. Oh. Nothing to see. Nothing to see. Nothing to see here, sir. Oh. What? Oh shit! Did he see me? Oh fuck. Ah, balls. You know what? Hold on. Shit. Okay, well. Shit. That's me coming out of the ladies and fucking hell. Balls. Okay, well, I'll just go back and do all that. I made a bad impression, guys. That's... Bad impression. I see. Listen, I'm an outsider. I just didn't know, guys. I'll just wait an hour.
Hey.
I didn't know that that's how you guys operate. I'm just different. no. No. It's my culture. I have to take these things. Yep. From me. Meow. Meow.
What if you go? What if you stay?
Oh, yeah. Nice. Nice. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Yeah, they're supposed to be like, now, Paige. Oh my god, go to sleep. Go to sleep. You're not even sleeping. It's bullshit. Oh, this guy is fucking like napping. All right, fine, whatever. Good enough. All right. Give Pearl her Werther's originals. Listen, I'm so old. I am about to start carrying fucking butterscotch candies.
Hello.
Like, why not? Why not? Delicious. Mini boomer, cute. I'm ready. Oh, turn around, little girl. Go away. Oops. That's not what well, yeah, that's fine. Get out of here. Oh, you're all in class. I see. I'm just in here trying to steal.
Yes, outsider?
I'm just standing there. The children don't seem interested in guns.
Few children are, especially when they're born during a relatively safe time in our history. Our children are protected from the outside world, but they're not ignorant of the dangers it holds. Our children are protected from the outside world, but they're not ignorant of the dangers it holds.
Oh, excuse me. Gosh. Good to hear that. Oh my gosh. Got something in my eye. Excuse me. I also love being a 30 or 40-year-old woman. I've been 28 a long time, guys. It's been a long time. What happens when they come of age?
All of us are trained in combat and farming from a very early age. When we reach adulthood, we serve in whatever capacity we're best suited.
Goodbye. What's going on with that apple? Wow.
What?
All right, you know what? I'm gonna leave here. There. Because I want those stim packs. Oh, hello for no reason. Oh. Get out of here. I'm not here. Don't walk like that. Stop walking like that, Raul. Ugh. My eye itches, excuse me. Oh, good. Okay, now I can steal with wild abandon. Does karma matter at all? Or was it, like, originally supposed to? Hell yeah, wow. Oh, balls. I love Skyrim. I would absolutely do a run with almost no mods other than helping keep it running. Nice. Nice. Hell yeah. Fantastic. Fallout 3. I can't even remember. It's been so long. I really liked Fallout 3 though. I remember when Fallout 4 came out, I was so excited, but everyone's like, don't even bother, don't even bother. Wait, I did. And I was like, all right. And I didn't. And now it's been 1,000 years. I should play Cyberpunk.
Yeah. Please go away.
Please go away. I know, it's awful advice. Are you actually 28 or was that a goof? Oh no, God no, I'm not 28. I mean, yes, I am. Do I look 28 because I am so 28 years old? No, God no. No, God no. I am 10 years plus that. Almost 10. Well, I'm 36. 36? Am I 36? Yeah, I'm 36. Mr. Gutsy. But if anyone asks, I'm 28. I'm a really hard 28. I've lived a long, rough life. The key is actually to tell people you are older, much older than you actually are.
I can take care of that robot problem for you.
Am I? I think I'm 36. Yeah, I'm 30. I'm 36. No, but I am 36. Okay, so I need to find all these people. 8 years over 28. 28, that's true. Where are all these fucking people that I'm supposed to find? It's been 84 years. Oh, man. So something... I am beating a dead horse here, and I should absolutely just, like... I should just keep this in my brain. But there's one thing that I forgot to tell you guys about... Uh-oh. Oh, golly. About, Oh, I'm gotta get out of here. This is unsafe. You have a radio in here? That's crazy. I'm out. About Jimmy. And I mentioned it to Pat. Because I forgot he didn't know. And a thing occurred during the last session, D&D session. That he was not, he wasn't there for because he was sick. And he was so angry. He's like, Paige, if that had happened in front of me, I absolutely would have gotten up and left. He's like, that would have been that. And I'm like, oh, because I had forgotten he didn't know. So, Jimmy's the D&D guy, who has now left the party. So Jim, oh wait, am I leaving? I'm so confused. Hold on, I'm gonna wait. There we go. Jimmy has no teeth, which is fine, like, whatever, but he has dentures. He has just, like, full-on dentures, and, he will take them out and then talk as if nothing is different, and I remember it happening in the last campaign I was in with him and being like, what the fuck? And he's like, oh yeah, I don't have any teeth. These are dentures. And I was like, oh, okay. But like for a minute, I just looked at him and I was like, why does he look so different all of a sudden? And I couldn't understand him at all. Isn't there a door in here? Okay. He did that at this last session out of nowhere. He just said something like, blah, 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 blah. And it was like, what? And me and the paladin were like, what? And he was like, blah, blah, blah. And the paladin was like, what the fuck? And he was just like taking out his teeth for no reason. I don't know. And Pat got so mad. He was incensed. He's like, and he didn't tell anybody. He didn't warn anybody. He's like, fuck that. And I'm like, well, hold on. But here's the thing. Pat has fake teeth as well. And he used to be able to take his in and out. Well, because no one could he's really hard to understand when that happens. And it's just very jarring. All of a sudden you're like, oh, well, Pat used to have, he used to take out like some of his teeth.
I can take care of that.
And so, oh, okay. And so,
just saying.
And he just like did it. And Pat was so mad because he's like, he's just fucking doing that for attention. Fucking nobody just does that for no reason out of fucking nowhere. Oh my fucking God. And I'm like, well, I don't know. I don't know. Like maybe he was cleaning them. It's not my business. Like I don't understand. Maybe there's, I don't know. But like I don't know what he was doing with them, but all of a sudden his teeth were out for a bit and then they were back in. At the table. And Pat was like just incensed about it. He's like, fucking that's ridiculous. I'm like, well, I don't know, fucking crap. Now I just got all this armor. I'll just drop it, whatever. Okay. But like the paladin didn't know that was the case, and Pat didn't know, and Pat's like, if I had seen that, I probably would have freaked out. And I'm like, but like I just thought it's just out of nowhere. You can't understand him, and he's trying to role play and stuff while no teeth, and it was just like, what? And I had forgotten in that moment, like, he said something, and me and the Paladin were like, what? And the Paladin was like, what the fuck? Because the Paladin didn't know. And it was just, and I remember I was like, oh yeah, this happened. And Pat was like, what the fuck? I don't know. Do I have patience?
So
I just kind of
lived your whole life out there, huh? Wow. I always thought you savages probably spoke a different language. But I hear you sound like us.
But it just kind of, I don't know. Like, I just look at it like, I don't know what that's like. I don't know what's going on there. But Pat is like, he's doing that for the attention. Which was interesting because he would do it occasionally at the last campaign, but this was the first time he did it during this one. I don't know. Well, I think, Alexander, the problem is that on top of everything else, this was also happening, so it just kind of colors, like, was he doing it for attention? I don't know. Do I have patience of a saint, or am I just a fool? Am I just a doormat? Who knows? Who can say? Did he have a napkin to put the teeth in? I don't know. All of a sudden, his face looked different. Because you know how your teeth shape your face? Or they help shape your face? And it just, all of a sudden, he looked different. And he was trying to say something. And I remember just being like, what the fuck is he saying? And I was like, oh, his teeth are out, I guess. I don't know. Maybe he was eating. I don't know. I'm not shitting on him for having, like, dentures. Like, that's not it. It just was like, why are you taking them out right now? What do you do here?
Me? I work with Loyal. Mostly electronics work and robotics. Keeping the old technologies alive, right?
What can you tell me about Loyal?
Loyal's a great man, but he's getting on in
I assume
years,
that's Loyal.
So a younger's got to learn everything he knows.
That's a cool name, actually.
The man knows how to fix and build just about everything that was ever made. It's not easy keeping up with him. If you help him recover the lady, I figure it's been a nice day. Yeah, a real nice day.
Recover a lady.
Did I say that? Sometimes I just say stupid things. Sorry about that. Pearl will tell you when the time comes. The lady. I should really be going.
Uh-oh. Hello, Loyal. Up.
I hope Pearl knows what she's doing, letting you wander around Nellis as you please.
I'm looking for ways to make myself useful.
If that's so, how about you look into repairing the solar arrays on the roof of the generator building? Nothing too complicated about it, but it's a long ways to walk my old bones, and there's been that ant problem over near there.
Ooh.
You can't miss the array. It's on top of the generator building smack dab in the middle of Nellis, between the two runways.
I passed through a place called Helios 1. Maybe I could find parts there.
Are you talking about that damn bright
yeah.
light we've seen blast off to the south occasionally? I was wondering what the hell that was. If they've got the parts, bring them on back. We need to get the array back up and charging.
Talk about something else. Goodbye. Guys, I'm so sorry. I played for maybe like 45 minutes today. And I have to go pretty soon because, Pat, we got to switch off.
That's a good thing to see, huh, boss?
Oh, hold on. What are you talking about, Raul?
That Loyal guy. He's getting up there in years, but he still finds a way to make himself useful to his people.
That's right, bud.
If you ask me, that's better than withering away all alone or holding on to some faded piece of glory from your past.
Loyal's using his years of knowledge to help his tribe. I think that's noble. At least he knew when to step back and take it easy. I suppose you're happy. Using his years of knowledge to help.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
What's on your mind?
After the fire, I knew my sister and I couldn't stay at Hidalgo Ranch anymore. The refugees still wanted me dead. They even put a bounty on me. I remember how scared Rafaela was. I told her if she came with me, we'd see the vaqueros. She used to love the rodeo.
Rafaela?
Especially the trick ride.
Really?
We figured maybe we could find help in Mexico City. We were young. We didn't know what had happened, really. We didn't understand.
Rafaela is like an awesome name, by the way. Wasn't Mexico City basically annihilated in the Great War?
I don't think it was as hard hit as D.C. or Bakersfield. But it was bad enough. By the time we got there, the city was a radioactive ruin. Still, the city was full of looters, already forming into the beginnings of raider tribes. Crime was bad before the war, but now it was a nightmare. We were living like scavengers, scraping by on what little food we could find, always looking for medicine for my burns.
Coop was also in Bakersfield.
Of course, the radiation started to kick in, turning me into this handsome devil you see before you.
sorry, we don't know how Coop became a ghoul. I heavily suspect something to do with Bakersfield. I think she gave him like threw him a bone, as it were, and gave him over to Bakersfield, and he probably ran there after dropping off Janie somewhere. I said, this is just my question mark, who knows? And then he ended up there. And then Bob's your uncle. I bet you. Who knows? Could be anything. Sounds pretty bad.
You're a poet of understatement.
I think that would be interesting. I would love for him to know these
it was
people.
almost worth it. I still remember
like
finding
Set
that novelty costume
and Raul.
shop. I was just looking around for something I could slice up to wrap my burns when I saw the vaquero outfit hanging on the rack.
I think Danny Trejo and Walton have
hadn't
worked
been
together
touched.
before on something.
I took
Can't
it,
remember what.
not like anybody else needed it, you know? And wore it back to our camp. Rafaela laughed. For the first time since the bombs had fallen.
I love Danny Trejo's voice. Wasn't it dangerous to be dressed so noticeably?
It was. I started to build up a legend. Sometimes it headed off trouble, but most of the times it just started more. Young punks looking to prove themselves would come looking for me, but my eyes were sharp and my guns were quick. For a while, it seemed like we might even survive there, until Rafaela.
What happened?
She went out to find some food one day. I was sick, so I stayed at our camp. I guess it must have been the beginning of radiation poisoning. Anyway, it was supposed to be safe, but some raiders happened to pass through where she was scavenging. I won't speak of what they did to her. When I found her body, the only way to recognize her was this funny little scar on her knee from when she was a little girl.
That's terrible.
Terrible doesn't begin to cover it, boss. I led my whole family down. First the ranch, now Rafaela. I was the last Tejada. I guess maybe I went a little crazy then. I took my guns and went back to that market. I didn't have many bullets, but I had enough. After the raiders were dead, I salvaged what I could from the store. I was tired. I just wanted to be alone forever.
What did you do?
I left Mexico City behind. I made my way out to the Gulf Coast. Eventually, I found an old Petro Chico refinery nobody had claimed. I stayed there for a little while, and I thought a lot about my life. I thought about the guns I'd lived by, and what they'd gotten me. I decided my guns hadn't gotten me anything, and it was time to give it up. I took off the old vaquero outfit and put on a Petro Chico jumpsuit. The name tag said Miguel, so I started using the name myself. Eventually, I made it to Arizona. That's another story, boss.
Wow. I love Raul. That's so awesome. I'm glad he interrupted me there. So, okay, coming. All right, so I have to go. I'm so sorry that I just yapped your ear off and I only really got barely an hour of gameplay here. But I am going to be streaming again on Wednesday. I'm not sure what time because that is a busy day for us over at the Boivin household, but I will ask Pat if maybe I could stream later that evening. I don't know. We'll talk about it. Probably Wednesday. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I'm so grateful. Thank you for listening to me yammer on. I always have fun with you guys. Thank you. I love you. I'm proud of you. Have a wonderful day. I will hopefully see you Wednesday evening. If you'd like to follow me at Peach Saliva on Twitter or Blue Sky, I am on both. Please follow me here so that hopefully it will tell you when I go live. Yes, so I will see you guys very soon. Have a wonderful rest of your day or night. Yeah, bye.
He is good, and he is sweet, and he has nice feet.
Oh, by the way, Pat is going to be streaming in 5 seconds, so I'm going to pop you over there. Yeah, so definitely check out his stream in about 5-10 minutes. Okay, bye.
He is good, and he is sweet, and he has nice feet. Beep, beep.
He is good and he is sweet. He is big and he is strong and he is nice feet. Beep, beep. He is good and he is sweet. He is big and he is strong and he is nice feet. Beep, beep. There's a cat on the rise, I think his name he does the best he can. He is good and he is sweet. He is big and he is strong and he has nice feet.